Alrighty then, here we are once again for another Thursday night. Welcome everyone to a great episode of Our Parents' Basement. Thank you for joining us. And we're already off to a rip roaring start. Turf seems distracted, but we'll get it. We'll get over it, man.
You missed the rip roaringness.
Yeah, we did.
Thankfully.
Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of OPB. I am back. Last week I was on vacation in the amazing city of Denver, so was unable to participate in the conversation last week, but I'm glad to be back and glad to see these smiling faces, and I'm glad to be here for another show. I am Philip, and with me this evening we got the wonderful Charles. Charles, how are you doing this evening?
Okay, for the most part. Had an interesting start before we went on. Had a little snafu.
Okay.
Which, Jesus fucking Christ. That's all I could fucking say about that fucking shit.
Dude, calm down.
Wow. 3 Fs in a row, and must have been bad. For those who are wondering what happened, I'm not going to say, but, get in touch with us through email, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and you can find out all the details. But anyways, Charles, good to have you along. And we also have the wonderful Turf. And Turf, how are you doing this evening?
Man, I am well. I'm excited. I'm a little toasty. I had to turn my air conditioner off a second ago, and it's already heating up out here.
Oh, you're in the BOB, aren't you?
I'm in the Bob. Yes, sir.
Right. All right. Well, good. I'm glad to have you as well. And yeah.
Well, Philip, I'll tell you what. How was Denver?
Oh, it was pretty damn awesome. Little did I know about Denver. Some fun facts. 1, coffee shops and microbreweries everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, I know they like their beer up there.
They sure do. 2, great clean city. There's like no trash on the ground, clean air. Everyone walks everywhere, so there's not much carbon pollution. That was amazing. 3, lots of great places to eat. Holy crap, the food there was awesome. Not as good as New Orleans, but still awesome. 4, lots of used video game stores there. That was like the biggest thing I was most surprised about. I hit up 1, 2, 3, 4 used video game stores, and it was great. They had lots of selection. Came back with some souvenirs. Trying to think what else if I bought anything. I didn't buy anything like super epic or anything like that, but I did come back with some fun loot to remember the trip by. And trying to think what else about Denver. We didn't stay in Denver the entire time too. After about 2 or 3 days, we went to the city of Greeley, Colorado, which is just outside of Denver. It's where the University of Northern Colorado is, so it's a college town. Because we're in summer break, it was basically empty. That being said, the campus was really nice to explore. We got some friends in Denver and Greeley who showed us around, showed us a good time. One of my buddies from GameFAQs lives in Denver, and I got to hang with him for a day. Amazing. And yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have ever been to Denver before, but I personally cannot wait to go back.
My mom's from Denver.
Really?
Yep.
Is she?
Yep. She was born in Denver.
Did she ever miss it?
Sometimes, I guess, she liked to have seen the mountains sometimes. Sometimes she sees shows. There's a TV show that took place in Chicago, the Father Dowling Murder Mysteries, and they shot in Denver. Every now and then, you'd see the mountains in the background. And I was like, there's the mountains.
Mountains are pretty. They're very, very scenic there. So, and there was another thing I forgot to mention. There was a barcade there. So those pictures I sent you to.
Oh yeah.
That was it was called the One Up Arcade. We didn't stay very long because unlike most barcades, you had to pay to play. Like, yeah, I know. I saw some really cool stuff. Those pinball machines, that Turtles machine. But I was like, no, I'm not doing the quarters thing. I'll buy a drink, but I'm not putting money into that damn slot.
Right, I'm with you.
It's like, come on, dude. Denver is an expensive city. They could afford to just have patrons buy the drinks.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Of course, like Dave and Buster's, you got to pay to play there, and that's a happening joint.
Dave and Buster's, I feel, isn't like a true barcade because they have like I don't know. It's like a Chuck E. Cheese for adults,
Yeah,
whereas this place
that's
was
the
more
best
like,
way to put it.
yeah.
But they don't got a ball pit.
They do have a ball pit?
They don't.
Oh, they don't. Well,
You gotta get a
good.
ball pit at Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's has like tons of sports playing on the big screens. They have a huge food menu. I mean, this place, the One Up Barcade, was basically a bar with video. Like it was a barcade, like maybe like the Ghost, or maybe like something called 16-bit in Cleveland. Lots of arcade cabs and pinball machines and a bar. And when I found out I had to pay for my for a game, I was like, no. It was so cool to walk around though.
It really, to me anyhow, in this day and age, do we really need to pump quarters into something?
I know, like we're not 12.
Right, I'll buy a few drinks, of course, and we're spoiled. We've every year we go to Louisville for the last, I guess, 3 years.
Yeah,
we've gone to Louisville Arcade Expo, and that spoils you, man. You just walk up and play something instead of having to carry around a pocket full of quarters or go get more money on your card or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Power card.
So, but yeah, it was a great trip. I cannot wait to go back. Shout out to Dana, Eric, and Mark, and everyone else I met there for showing us a great time. Yeah, great city. Definitely recommend visiting.
I've got a buddy that lives just outside of Denver. I can't remember the name of the town, but he lived here near me forever, and his family lived back there. And him and his wife just recently, in the last, I guess, year, moved back out to Denver. Mm-hmm. So that was I really need to go out there and see him just because I'd like to check it out.
Yeah, it's a cool city. And since if you're still looking to, do a little bit of game hunting, you'll be surprised by all the stores that are there.
Oh, always. I'm always down for a chase.
Oh yes.
For a pursuit, if you will.
Absolutely. So how are you guys doing? I haven't seen you guys in such a long time, it feels like.
Well, it's been 2 weeks. You took the week off, man. Work. I'm pink right now. I was outside all day today, and so work. That's about it. I'm pretty boring.
Right.
I've been taking photos more. I sent you guys that shot I found of that tag. Someone tagged Metal Slug on underneath.
Yeah, that was cool.
The Eden's Expressway.
That was awesome. I guess the big news in my world is I got all my Nintendo games over there. Finally.
I saw that. That's really nice looking. For those who are listening audio only, do yourself a kindness and check out this YouTube video because you can see our faces and you can see Turf's beautiful collection of NES games right by his side. So, looking good.
Yeah, that thing's heavy.
It looks heavy.
But that's what's been going on, man. Just trying to get stuff straightened out here, getting work. Sure.
Well, it's great to see you too. And thank you again and also thank you for the birthday wishes. This episode
yesterday was your birthday, right?
Yes, it was. Denver was kind of present.
You hit 25 this year, right?
25. So sweet. 25.
So
yeah.
I
am 34, which is a little bit crazy to think about.
Dude, you're old as balls.
I know. It's ridiculous.
I'm the old fart here, I think.
37?
Oh, yeah, until October.
So you're 36.
38.
38. Oh, okay. Girl. And Turf is 37. Okay, yeah.
I'm too young to be talking about video games and too young to have this many video games, or too old to have this many video games. Something like that.
Nah.
We should be talking about AARP.
We should be talking about diversifying our portfolio.
Today's discussion about AARP and diversity in our portfolio.
Hey, those are great. Those benefits you get through AARP are awesome.
I'll take the hotel discount. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
You get the senior things at like Denny's. Shit.
Man, you bet. I'll eat supper at 4:00 in the evening just because.
They have like a late night snack.
That's when my parents eat dinner at 4:00.
Right.
I love that.
They went to bed. They just went to bed like half an hour ago.
Yeah, but they get up at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm completely on board with that.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Denver was kind of like a birthday present, like a pre-birthday present. And then yesterday some friends and some of Russell's family went to dinner and kind got a few gifts. That was nice. Got some monies. Probably put towards irresponsible gaming purchases.
There you go. You need when you get money as a gift, it's like your duty as an adult to buy something completely irresponsible.
Yeah,
because you have an adult job, you buy adult things with that adult job money.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get like money like a child, you do child things that are completely irresponsible. And
let me just throw this out there: I did not ask any of them to send me birthday gifts. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're cute. I'll take them, but they didn't have to give me anything. So, but
isn't there like a point though that like my mom, God love her, and I appreciate it, she still gives me money for my birthday. It's not much, but it's kind of, she just, here's happy birthday. Here's a card with some money in it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, Mom, I get that. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I got my own money. Honestly, I would rather get something than money.
Something like tangible,
tangible. Give me a gift.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Absolutely. I see a lot of games coming out in the next coming months. So this birthday gift stuff will be put to good use.
Well, tell me more about these games that you see coming out.
Actually, it kind of leads us to our topic for the evening. As we all know, we are in the month of June, and E3 is happening.
Starts Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Saturday, June 9th.
Wow.
Okay, this is gonna hit audio only after June 9th. So
yeah. E3 is something I usually don't follow, and the games I was thinking about, I don't think they might be featured in E3. You know me, I have niche tastes, but just looking ahead, with E3 coming up, is there anything that you guys are really, really just hoping and wishing for?
One game for me,
Just
Last of Us Part 2. I liked the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Sony or who?
That's Sony. Yeah, that's Sony.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog. It's that's why I got a PlayStation 4, because of that game. I saw that game, like, oh, this game's awesome. I want to play this game. So that's why I got that.
I don't follow new games that much. I mean, it has to be something big and right in my wheelhouse for me to start following. Now, I'm not saying that I'm just a retro gamer. I've got a PS4, I have an Xbox One, I have a Switch, and I buy games for all those because I enjoy playing them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't keep up with what's new. Not like I used to. But getting ready for tonight and kind of looking over what's expected at E3, what's rumored to be there, what's already been announced to be shown. Dude, there's some my pockets could get thin. They could get super thin, and my time could get even thinner.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
They're like, they announced it last year, and I'm looking forward to it. It's supposed to be released, I think, in September, maybe, is Spider-Man for the PS4.
Okay.
It's a PS4 exclusive. It's very much like, if you like the Arkham Asylum games, that's what it's very reminiscent of the Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, Arkham City. I think those are the three. Anyways, it's very reminiscent of those, except for it's brighter and it's Spider-Man. And I have a thing for Spider-Man. I mean, not like a thing, because that'd be weird. He's a teenager, but I like Spider-Man. It's always been my favorite superhero. So I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm really looking forward to a good Spider-Man game. It's been a long, long time. So looking forward to that. That's my A+ number one that I'm looking to see more of and looking for the game to come out. Well, no, that's like 1B. 1A, that the top, the pinnacle of what I'm looking forward to is Red Dead Redemption 2. I want to be a cowboy. I want to ride a horse around the old West and shoot bad guys. And I get to come October. So that'll be.
Now, Red Dead Redemption 2 is for sure happening, yes?
Yes.
And you hope to look at some of that in E3?
I'm looking to see some of that for E3. I'm looking forward to seeing more Spider-Man from E3.
So Spider-Man's for sure a thing too.
That is for sure a thing. They announced it last year at E3. It's coming out this September. Now, as far as like stuff I'd like to see, like maybe could happen, I was thumbing through this, and there's Square Enix, which Square Enix is a game that, Philip, you know and love, or not a game, a company.
Mm-hmm.
That they're making an Avengers game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and as long as it's not some silly stuff that's online, if they make a cool, I don't know, like a role-playing type Avengers game, I might be in as long as they don't make it too complicated. That could be really cool.
Didn't there? Who made that X-Men Legends 2? That wasn't Square, was it?
That was I don't remember, but they're excellent.
Yeah.
It's the same people that made Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't remember who that was, but I have a friend that knows, and his name is Google.
Well, while you talk to Google, the only thing that may be true that I'm hoping for is a Switch release of Tales of Vesperia. There was some leaked thing floating around the web that I started seeing yesterday, and rumors started circulating. So hopefully we get that. That's a great game. Even if you're not really a Tales fan, I think that's just a great, well-made, well-crafted game. The opportunity to play it on the Switch and just kind of take it with you wherever you go. I mean, that'd be so awesome. That'd be like a day one purchase for me.
All right. So yes, I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but I'm going back to
that was all I had for that.
If this is true, then this is day one for me for sure. They're saying that this Avengers Reboot, or not Avengers Reboot, the Avengers game that from Square Enix could possibly be a reboot of the Ultimate Alliance series. It could be a dungeon crawler. It could be like that X-Men game. If it is day one for me, man. I love that. That was a lot like Diablo. You know, I've talked about how much I love Diablo 3 on here. Right. That was like Diablo with Marvel characters, and that was hit me right in the wheelhouse. So if that is the case, that'll be day one for me.
Man, all these day one purchases. This is kind of rare I think for us, because we usually just like wait, I'll see how the reviews are.
That's kind of how I am with most things. I'm like, we'll see how it turns out. But then, man, Red Dead Redemption will be good. Spider-Man will be good. This, we'll see how it pans out, this Avengers game. If it's an online thing, I'm not into it, but
and Charles, with Last of Us 2, is that a thing, or is that just I think I asked you that, I can't remember.
I'd probably buy that. I'll pre-order that. If they come up with a release date, I'm probably gonna get that.
But is it a sure enough deal?
It's sure, they've been developing it.
Okay. I thought it was
there's been 2 trailers already out for it. So in the past
too. Great.
In the past 3 years, there's been 2 trailers for it already.
Have y'all? Either one of y'all dig Devil May Cry?
I played on the PlayStation 2 years ago. It was cool. That just kind of fell off.
They're saying there may be a Devil May Cry 5 come out.
Wow.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Resident Evil?
Yeah,
have they the same way.
Haven't they done enough?
Well, they're going to remake 2. Apparently, I
knew that was happening.
Which one is that?
I don't have any idea.
That's the one where you can play as either Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield. I guess it's regarded as one of the best, but I never liked it. I don't like those tank-like controls. And Resident Evil 4 was fun because it didn't play like shit, for one thing. And after that, though, I just kind of stopped being interested in the series. I know that 7 is supposed to be pretty cool, but just kind of over it,
Oh, I have that one. The Japanese version.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Biohazard.
How do you guys feel about Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, God. It's
so
not my thing.
I've not played it.
I really enjoyed the first one. I never got around to playing the second one. Kingdom Hearts 3 may finally get a release date. They've been talking about it for 3 years?
Okay.
Well, Kingdom Hearts came out in 2002 here in the States, and then Kingdom Hearts 2 was out in 2000, I think, 6. And so we're in what now? 2018?
Right.
It took them this long?
Well, they've done that Dream Drop Distance and all those other little
spin-offy ones.
Spin-off type deals. But if anybody doesn't know what Kingdom Hearts is, it's like Final Fantasy and Disney had a baby.
Yeah.
And the first one's really fun. You go to like the different Disney worlds. I mean, I don't know. I liked it. Not like Disney World in Florida, but like the Little Mermaid world and Aladdin world and stuff like that. So I dig it. I dig the idea of it. Whether I sit down and play it, I don't know.
Yeah. Now, do you think they'll showcase games that are coming out like next month? Because there's a few that I'm kind of interested in, but
sometimes they do. Sometimes they show like what's coming up immediately, but I don't know. They a lot of times they just mention it and then they focus on stuff that's coming out like Christmas or coming out next, spring before, this show happens again.
Okay. I mean, I think Mega Man 11 is due out.
I think for sure that will be on there. When does that come out?
I think that's July, but
I think it was September.
September. Okay. That make more sense. And I would love to.
I want to see more of that.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to see more of what that has to offer. There's been a few. They had a new trailer. Was it last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Mm-hmm. And it's really they've got a different mechanic to it. The something gear like dual gear, 2 gear, some kind of system where you can slow down time.
Oh, cool.
It looks very reminiscent of Mighty Number 9, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked Mighty Number 9. I'm a defender of it. It's not as broken a game as what people say. I had fun with it. So, yeah. People get really upset about that, but I thought it was good. But
yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad game. It sounds like this didn't meet expectations.
That's exactly it. People got their hype train got fired way too far up.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, it's Mega Man 11 looks fantastic, and hopefully it'll draw new people and new interest into the series. That would be great to see a revival of. It doesn't have to be every year release, but let's see some. The Blue Bomber needs some love.
Oh,
and if
absolutely.
you like that, check out episode 101 of Our Parents' Basement.
Yes,
we cover in depth our love of Mega Man.
This is a little segue. Speaking of love, I found a copy of the Mega Man Legacy Collection for the Switch.
Oh yeah,
I'm very pleased right now to have that in my possession. So,
man, without a doubt, that's a win for sure.
Yeah, Mega Man's 1 through 8. I mean, or no, 1 through 10. 10 doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Now, are they all on the little cartridge, or did you have to download some?
I haven't tried it yet, but I think they're all on there, aren't they? I mean,
I don't know.
It's just a demo. It's a demo disc you bought.
A demo cart.
Speaking of Switch.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Switch, let's hit the Switch. How do you feel about Grand Theft Auto? How do you feel about Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Switch? That's been a rumor that's been floating around.
Huh.
Because they did LA Noire. Now it'll probably be like the Xbox 360 PS3 version of GTA 5. It'll probably be like the PS 3.5. Not quite PS4 version, but anyways, there's a rumor floating around that they could be showing GTA 5 on the Switch. Which would I buy it again? Probably not. But would I tell everybody else to buy it? Absolutely.
Well, I mean, the thing about the Switch is... Oh, go ahead, Charles. Go ahead.
And for a game that came out like 2003.
No, 5 didn't.
5?
No,
2013, sorry.
Yeah, that sounds way better.
I looked at 3 I'm like, 2013. I subtracted a 1.
Right.
Fuzzy math. But anyway, that came out 2013. That's still, it's been out for a while.
I'm not really a GTA person. It's a good time killer type of thing. But if it came for the Switch, I think that'd be great. The thing about the Switch is it's starting to let more people play older things because it's such a convenient system.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a great idea.
I'm with you, man. I like it. I like the idea of even if you had it for the PlayStation 3, you might want to pick it up for the Switch.
Sure.
Give it another go.
Do you think they're gonna showcase the Mega Man X collection that's coming out, or no?
I don't know.
Okay, because that one I'm pretty sure is also July. So I mean, by now, if you wanted it, you would have already done all your research for it. So there's really no point in Capcom showing anything.
Yeah.
So
right, do you guys care about Microsoft at all?
no, I don't have.
Well,
I, have,
I use Windows.
Yeah, me too. I like Windows.
3.1.
that's about it.
I was going to say 98, but okay, 3.1. It's got
3.1. Oh my
Solitaire,
god,
Minesweeper.
that's a throwback. Oh my goodness.
www, no, CD : Windows, enter, WIN, enter.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly how it goes.
But Microsoft, there's a
What do
good
you ask?
possibility. There's Halo 6, which I'm not a Halo guy, but people are. People like it. So if you like the Halos, there's possibly one getting released, getting announced. There is something from Microsoft that I really enjoy.
What's that?
Did either one of y'all ever play Crackdown?
No.
It was a like third-person action game. It was very Grand Theft Auto-ish.
Okay.
Except for you were like a police officer. You were a good guy, but it was in the future, and there was gangs kind of running everything, and you were a super cop, like superhuman cop. Could leap tall buildings in a single bound and run super fast and blow stuff up. It was pretty awesome. It was a really fun game, really fun idea. It made you feel like you were superhuman. And there's supposed to be Crackdown 3 coming, but man, it keeps getting pushed back. I think they originally revealed it like in 2015, and it hasn't come out yet. Hopefully, it was supposed to be spring this year, and it got delayed again. So I'm hoping it doesn't end up in development hell, and they just say, yes, it's coming out for Christmas this year.
Speaking of development hell, I am wondering if we're going to have any more information about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because at this point, I'm just kind of not even interested, honestly.
Well, see, I liked the idea. I was on board. I was like, I might even try to play it, guys. Y'all may have done it. Come on, go ahead and release this thing. But then they said they were going to do it episodic. And I was kind of like, I'm not buying episodes of Final Fantasy VII. It's just not happening.
Right.
Like, if you're going to release it at $40. Mm-hmm. And I would probably buy it.
I mean, from a production value standpoint, it sounds like it's, bless you, it sounds like it's going to be, gorgeous looking, but episodic, and they just like teased it like, hey, we're going to do this, and nothing else is.
Wasn't that 2 years ago?
I think 3 years ago. 2015? Yeah. Wait a minute. When was Splatoon announced? Not released, announced. Was that?
I don't have any idea.
It was around that same time, so I think. Or maybe it was 15. I can't remember. But it was a while ago. It's been a hot minute. So. Charles, you all right? Allergies?
Yeah.
Me too. What'll happen, man?
So what else are you guys hoping to see?
I don't know.
There's possibly a Fable reboot, which I liked Fable. I enjoyed all three of them, or the 1, 2, and 3. So
yeah, Fable's cool.
Bring it back, man. It was just role playing enough for a dummy like me. Still actiony enough. So I liked it. I thought it was fun. I liked the decision making in it. I liked how things you could do now affected things later on down the road.
Ooh, I just saw something else. Didn't the developers of the Souls series have something they wanted to show during E3?
I don't know.
I thought, well, I would love there to be an announcement for like a Bloodborne 2 maybe, because that would just be so cool. There's lots of stuff they could have expanded upon with the first game, so I would love to see more of that. This is just right now I'm just like spitballing, pie in the sky dreams for E3. If I was running the show, it may not even happen, or I could be thinking of something completely different. But a guy can dream, can he?
Oh, absolutely, man. Go ahead and get in there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Trying to think of who else might be there. There's Sony. We talked about Spider-Man. Oh, there's a Hideo Kojima game that's supposed to be announced. Death Stranding.
Oh, I like the title.
Yeah, it was the Hideo Kojima, the guy that did Metal Gear or Metal Gear Solid. has got his game supposed to be announced, so that'll be cool. It's supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive.
Speaking of cool things from Japan, have either of you played this segue again? Have either of you had a chance to play that Bloodstained pre-release game that's kind of like an 8-bit Castlevania?
I've got it downloaded, but I haven't played it yet.
I have not. Or is it on PlayStation 4?
It's there. It's on the Switch.
I've got it on Steam.
I have to download it.
Yeah,
Check it out.
I think it's only like $10.
Yeah, it's $10.
I have it on my Vita, and when I was in Denver, I tried it at my buddy's house on the Switch, and it is awesome. I think both of you would love it. Like, it's old school hard, like Nintendo hard, but there's difficulty options, so you don't like suffer as much. Multiple characters, kind of like Castlevania 3, where you can switch. Yeah, it just really is a good throwback feeling, and yeah, I can't wait to play more.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to playing it. I just haven't had time. That's what's awful. I wish I would have did you do the Kickstarter?
No. So, Good Samaritan gave me a free download code, so thank you. Yeah. Another birthday present. Yeah.
So I backed the Kickstarter.
You did.
So I got the free 8-bit version. If you back the Kickstarter, you got that for free.
Yep.
I opted to get it for Steam because I thought, that'd be easier. I don't know why I didn't get it for Switch, but I got it for Steam. But I got the actual game that I backed is going to be the Switch release, the Bloodstained.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. It looks really neat. It's a year behind schedule, but I'm okay with that. I would rather a game be good than on time.
I was about to say, you want it to be done right and not glitchy and not,
I'm more on board with a game's done when it's done. We don't need deadlines and release dates.
We don't need to release patches to fix bugs and that whole thing.
Or just a crappy game. I don't want a short game that feels rushed.
Yeah, so Charles, if you like that old school, which I think you do, I think you'd really like this.
I will check it out, see if I can download it.
Yeah, buddy. Anyways, back to E3. Segue over. I talked about Bloodborne 2. I'd like to see that. I've talked about the Tales of Vesperia rumor. I hope it's true. I'm really just hoping to start to move away from buying PS4 stuff, because if it looks like stuff that's on the PS4 is also coming to the Switch, and now of the two, I'm starting to prefer the Switch more. Yes, I like trophy hunting, but I'm really hoping to see more multi-platform releases with Switch included, because that will completely shift my collecting.
The Switch, and I'm kissed Nintendo's ass for a long time on here. It's just that's how it is. Boy, my hair! Look at there.
Look at her.
Look at that hair.
Anyways, the Switch really changed the game, man. It
absolutely
pardon the pun, I guess, but being able to take games on the go or the same game on your TV was genius. I don't know how they pulled it off, but they did. And I like my PS4. I really enjoy it. But if I have the choice between the two for a game, I'm going to go Switch every time, just because I get the chance to pack it up and take it with me.
Yep, exactly. That's definitely the appeal. Like, you're playing the same game either on the little tablet or on your TV. There's no difference of the two versions. So it's just amazing. So when I go on trips or whatever, I could be knee deep in a really cool game. I'm like, oh crap, I have to not play it for a few days. With the Switch, I can keep on playing it, and that's what I just love about it. There's a game coming out, I think next month, called Shining Resonance. It's part of the Shining series, like Shining Force, Shining Soul, that whole thing. I'm getting the Switch version. It's coming to PS4. I won't be getting any trophies, but I don't care. I like the option of taking it on the go.
Isn't that a little bit of a relief? For a guy that hunts the trophies and stuff, that when you have it on the Switch and there's not that stress of having to do everything. Is that a little bit of
a little bit. If it's a game I really like, then I don't want it to end. So trophies kind of help extend the time. But for other times when I had that OCD tick and I want to get everything, like I must beat it, I must get 100%. Yeah, it's a huge relief, especially if the game is shit.
Yeah, you can just enjoy the game and not have to worry about the
I can
trophy.
enjoy the game. If there's extra stuff, I'll do it. But you know, I'm not looking to boost a trophy score or anything like that.
All right. So while we're swinging from the Nintendo nuts, the Nintendo dong,
Nintendo.
Wow. Nintendo. They're gonna be, or they don't really. They have an E3 presence. They don't do a big show. They do a pre-recorded, pre-produced. I guess. What do they call those things? I'm drawing a blank.
Like a press release thing?
No, Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Direct. That's what they're called. So they'll do one of those for E3. It'll be their big one with all the hype and all that E3 presentation stuff. But instead of being a stage show like the other ones are doing, other companies do traditionally, they forego that and release something on YouTube. So what do you think? What do you hope? What do you dream that Nintendo will bring to E3?
Nintendo 64 Classic.
Oh,
I think it's going to happen. That was actually going to be my long shot.
That's definitely I think they've already got filed trademarks for it.
I know they filed patents for stuff.
Yeah, for that.
That was like a year ago or 6 months ago. But I think it's going to happen. I think there'll be a Nintendo 64 Classic announced. It probably won't come out this summer. It'll probably be like either in the fall and be like a Christmas thing.
I have a feeling if it is announced, the technology in comparison to the mini SNES and the mini NES is so much more difficult. So I don't even see Christmas. I would think maybe like a year and a half
next year. Well,
yeah.
Nintendo 64 emulation still isn't real good.
No, it's not.
On modern computers, it's not great. I mean, you can play games, but they're not. It's not as good as you play a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo game it's the same game if you play it on emulation.
Yeah.
Even like PlayStation games, you can emulate those. You can emulate Xbox games, and your computer doesn't have to be a massive powerhouse. But if you try to do a 64 game or a Saturn game, you can't hardly do it.
It's like those things need a lot of power.
Oh yeah.
Like if you just like the physical heft of like a Nintendo 64 cartridge.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
There's lots of chips in there.
I think that it'd be great to have that. Nintendo starting to hype up for a mini 64. They do. Just won't see it happening for being released for a very long time. So.
Well, Nintendo likes to make money. They'll probably do something for Christmas.
Well, they're going to do.
Oh, I'm sure
they're doing the Nintendo for this year. This summer, they're re-releasing the NES Classic. The Super Nintendo Classic has been they're re-releasing it in this month. I think like June 29th or something like that.
That's great. I would love to get one. They're so cute.
And they're supposed to be more plentiful this time around. They kind of learned from their mistake. And the Super Nintendo Classic is supposed to be available until the first of the year. So the NES Classic, the Super Nintendo Classic are supposed to be ready to be available until the first of the year.
Excellent.
If you get a chance to get one, go ahead and grab it. And they shouldn't, like if the Super Nintendo is any indication, the SNES Classic, I've seen those in Walmart several times.
Yeah, me too.
And the people who bought dozens of them to scalp them, ha!
I couldn't have said it better, Charles. I agree 100%.
So they did. The demand is there, but I mean, they're only the Super Nintendos are only there for a little while because people do still grab them up. People want them. The NES, I think there's more demand for the NES than the Super Nintendo, in my opinion.
Yeah. Just
because, and we talked about this before. I've got buddies that don't even play video games. They're just like 35-year-old dudes that like, hey, I remember a Nintendo. I would pay $60 for that. And they would buy one. And they wanted to buy one. I was helping guys look for one because they just, man, I remember that. That was cool playing Mario when I was a kid. And they wanted another one. So
about having to go the collector route like us.
Well, yeah. And they didn't want to have to try to hunt one down, and they weren't paying scalper prices. So
Then we'll get the two different. Oh, this Mario Kart. This is the chips, and this one is a glob top Mario Kart. They're different. Are the games the same? Yes, but they're different. This is a 5-screw.
yeah, I'm crazy too, but I really do. I think there'll be plenty of demand for that, and I'm hoping the Nintendo 64 Classic is available whenever they say it's going to be. I'll buy one, even though I'm not just a huge Nintendo 64 fan. I'll buy one just because it'd be fun to revisit some of those games.
Yeah, I could see Mario Kart on it. I could see Mario 64 on it. I could see, Ocarina of Time. This the heavy hitters on there. So
That's what it'll be. It'll be just like the Super Nintendo. It'll be those heavy hitters. And the Super Nintendo, I mean, like Cruising would be on there. There might be two versions of Cruising. So I don't know. There's a lot of them. That's a whole different show.
A whole other topic.
Whole nother topic.
What else do we think for Nintendo?
Like the obvious that Nintendo will show off is Smash.
Yeah.
Smash, definitely.
Smash 4.5, maybe.
Maybe they'll show off some Animal Crossing for those who like that.
Is there? They haven't announced a new Animal Crossing yet, but that would be a good time to do it. Would be E3. Yeah. So I don't know if there's a good possibility, but I mean that's one of their big franchises that hadn't had a game since the 3DS version of New Leaf.
Yeah,
and that's been 4 or 5 years ago.
Let's see, maybe a new Metroid. That'd be kind of cool.
The Metroid Prime 4, they had the emblem of it last year, so there's guaranteed to be footage of it this year. I say guaranteed. I say guaranteed. You got the turf guarantee. So there will be Metroid Prime 4 there. It may be playable. I'm going to say that's going to be the Christmas game.
I could see that.
It'll be late October. It'll probably be released. So
what's another big Nintendo franchise?
I bet they'll show off Bayonetta 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Bayonetta. Yeah,
I love me some Bayonetta.
That bitch is fierce. I love her.
It's fun action stuff. I like it.
Carlos, have you played Bayonetta?
I have not.
I think you'd like it. I think
it's a good.
I think you'd be down.
There's just so many games out there now for PS4. I'm like trying to figure out which one's good. I'm like, I don't know what to get.
I know.
Well, the first Bayonetta was on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yep. They both came out the same. That game came out the same day as another similar action game called Darksiders. So everyone was like, which one should I get? Which one should I get? So, excuse me. Yeah.
And then Bayonetta 2 was a Wii U exclusive, but it's now on the Switch.
Yes.
So, and it's fantastic. It's good stuff. So, but I think we'll see Bayonetta 3. I know we'll see Metroid Prime 4. Let's see.
I can't think of any other
franchises. We're having a Splatoon 2 like esports competition there, so that's something.
I'm not.
Matt, go ahead, Charles.
Think about what Nintendo could do for E3. Switch has been out for a bit.
Yeah.
Does it do 4K? Does it do 4K yet?
No, the Switch doesn't do 4K.
I wonder if they'll announce a firmware upgrade.
I'm going to say probably not because it's not slowing down any. I don't think, and this is just old Papa Turf's thoughts.
Speculations.
I'm kind of getting to be an old man. 4K doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, some people it does.
Some people it does, but the vast majority of people are cool with their high definition TV.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I don't watch, I watch TV all the time, stream it, and most of the time it comes in at 720.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of use to stream 4K.
I'm just saying, hey, it could be possible. It's been out since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
It could probably been at the time initial release. It takes a lot to get the bugs worked out of things. So to put 4K right off the bat would have driven the price up a lot more.
Hey, maybe that's a possibility. I don't know if that'd be if you can just do that with firmware, but
I think a lot of things just firmware upgrades. Some of these digital cameras we sell, you could upgrade the firmware and it could shoot 4K.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I figured that was a hardware issue.
It's more processing.
Okay.
It's like you take your 16 millimeter film, You could get that transferred to 4K. As long as your original generation's focused nice, exposed perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
you get it nice and sharp.
All right.
Darned, learning stuff. Well, I just love how much you know about like cameras.
Because like the Star Wars Last Jedi, that was shot in 35 millimeter, 70 millimeter film, and they put it up to 4K.
But did they make it not suck?
Well, the Last Jedi. I don't mind the Last Jedi.
It was long. That's our story.
That's a whole different
can. I had like one thing I really hope that Nintendo does not do with the Switch is make it kind of like a multimedia center. I want the Switch to just remain a game console. I don't care about Netflix. I don't care about YouTube. I don't care about Hulu. I don't care about Amazon Prime. I don't care about Pandora on there.
My TV has all that built in.
But then again, that sells. That's a selling point. People are like, "Oh, I got it on here." Just they want to watch their Netflix on their Switch while they're taking the L. You could do that.
Yeah, Wi-Fi on the L.
I would figure they would.
There's 4K
playing their games on the L instead. And they have usually modern smartphones are just able to do all that stuff too. And I think the Switch is doing well enough without those things that adding them wouldn't be a major benefit. But that's just my opinion.
I'm with you.
I see where Charles is coming from.
Let that thing play games.
Yeah. I'm just, from a whole marketing thing, for the consumer market. There's some people who don't care about it. Some people are like, oh, yeah, I'll get this. I'll dump my PS4 for the Nintendo Switch. I don't need this anymore.
I will say this about the PS4. Running Netflix on it is very, very painless and simple. Yeah. We have a Apple TV, and that's kind of annoying, that little remote. So
yeah, the Fire TV stick's way better.
Yeah, we have one, but we can't get it to work. We got to figure out a way to jailbreak it so we can get it to work properly. So
talk to me when we're off air.
All right. We'll figure
Do not jailbreak your Amazon Fire Stick. That is illegal and a federal crime. Please do not do that, listeners.
It's not a federal crime. It's not.
You heard it here from OPB first. So we talked about some hopes and dreams. We talked about Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. Anything else Nintendo? I know that's your favorite. I think it's both your guys' favorite developer. So
yeah, well, I don't have a Switch yet. It's that's one of the things on my list. I'm either getting a Nintendo Switch or a new camera.
Switch.
You'll end up with a camera. Let's just
get a Pentax 6.7 or a Mamiya RB 6.7.
Switch. Yeah. I think can the Switch take pictures? I mean, 3DS can. So
come on.
I don't think it has a camera.
Okay. Well, damn.
6x7 centimeter negative compared to a puny little digital sensor.
I know camera. I know Charles loves his cameras, but video games, man, video games.
Video games.
I've got the trifecta of expensive hobbies.
I know.
Video games, photography, and
prostitution.
Cycling. Bike stuff. That stuff gets expensive.
I figure prostitution would be lucrative unless you're paying for the.
No. If you're the John,
I make my money on my prostitution.
Do they still say that? Like that was in movies, like in the 80s. I don't know.
Well, they do.
I would love it if they did. That's pretty amazing.
Cops still say that.
Well, if this was a perfect world, and you had complete control over any of these companies, what's one game you would love to see just get announced, get developed in a timely manner, and get released to perfection?
Man, I don't know.
Pick up like a franchise you miss, or a game that didn't show off all its potential before that needs a remake. Anything.
Lost Vikings. Bring back Lost Vikings.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just it was a really fun game. I don't know. I just looked at my shelf and it was the one that popped out at me that there hadn't been enough to do about it. There was a Sega Saturn game, and that was the last one.
A new Vectrex. A full color Vectrex. Which they did have that in development, but it died out before Vectrex.
Seriously, there's a lot of games that I would like to see given new life in like a downloadable title, like maybe not a full-fledged game, because like the AAA releases are more in depth than what I like to play, maybe. Except for I mean, they have their place. Like I will buy that. I'll buy Spider-Man and I will buy Red Dead Redemption. That's facts. But games like these older style games, I would like to see a Lost Vikings style game. Honestly, it's a puzzle type platformer.
Cool.
They're very cool. They're very fun. I like, and in the vein of Shovel Knight, in the vein of Spelunky, or these downloadable titles that were such big hits. It's creative gameplay.
Sure.
Has either one of y'all played Owlboy?
I got it in Denver, actually.
Did you?
The guy convinced me to pick it up, and he gave me a bit of a discount on it. So, shout out to Game Galaxy in Greeley, Colorado. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but it looks pretty cool.
Did you get the Switch version?
PS4.
PS4. Okay. Good stuff. Just you won't be disappointed.
Is it awesome?
It's very fun, and it's like that vein of game that I really like.
Okay.
That retro style, yeah. You won't be disappointed, I don't think. It's sweet. As long as you don't expect it to be Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight really set the bar high, which is fine, but they all can't be Shovel Knight. But yeah, that'd be cool to see some more games in that throwback style. And again, going back to Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, I think both of you would appreciate it a lot. So,
but in one game that I like to see, it ain't never gonna happen. Yeah. Because Disney killed any plans of this coming out. Finishing the Force Unleashed series.
I'm with you. That would be. They should pick that up.
Because the Force Unleashed 2, that ended so open-ended, Like, okay, he knows this shit. What's gonna fucking happen? Nothing doesn't exist. It got retconned.
Right.
Yeah, that would be a good one to come back. Or even a game, call it like Bar Moors, don't take the Star Wars out of it. Just call it something else. That game's fun.
That's where I got my most creative video games, rants ever.
Oh yeah.
You goddamn motherfucking shape-shifting bitch.
I was angry. You're so angry.
You know the part I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
Son of a...
What about you, Philip? What are you, if you could just have anything in the world announced, what would it be?
Well, you guys know how I'm a big Tales of fan. And back in the day, maybe the PS2 era, it was really hard being a fan of that series because none of the good games got released here in the States. So I would love to see just a compilation, collection, whatever, of the games that never made it to our side. Specifically, the remake of Tales of Destiny, Tales of Destiny 2, and Tales of Rebirth. Just those three, and some maybe on a PS4 collection or a Switch collection, anything really. That would just make me so happy.
There's a lot of games I think that I think should come back. I think instead of getting a NBA game every year, we should get an NBA Jam game. I would love on fire. I would love a new NBA Jam with updated rosters and graphics and whatever. They did one in 2010.
Really?
It came out for Xbox Live Arcade, and I think it was on Wii.
Cool.
It's fantastic. It's fun. So give me that arcade basketball style game. It doesn't have to be called NBA Jam. They did NBA Showtime, NBA Hang Time. Both of those weren't called NBA Jam, but they were NBA Jam. So go ahead and give me that. Give me a good that came out with that street game that's like street ball, NBA something for the Switch, and it was meh.
Not so good, huh?
Yeah, give me a good, because it's the NBA Finals right now. I'm really ate up with it. So give me a good NBA Jam style game. I'm down. I want that.
Yeah. I was never good at any of those sports games, but I enjoyed actually watching NBA Jam because it's entertaining to watch, and the sound effects are hilarious.
NBA Jam and NFL Street.
Yeah.
Or no, NFL Blitz, excuse me. Those were good. They were fun, arcadey. Midway knocked it out of the park with those. And then there was the NHL Hits, which was fun too, is hockey. They did a baseball one that I never played, but I liked the over the top gameplay, the arcadey gameplay. Just bring me back one of those, man. I would pay full price. I would pay $60 for a good version of one of those.
All right, yeah.
And Midway was such a good game studio.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Now they're NetherRealm Studios is what they morphed into after WB Games went out. They get NetherRealm Studios, I think.
Hmm.
They're just down the street from me.
Everything's in. We know, Charles. Everything's in Chicago.
Knock on their door and say, "Listen, you sons of women,
Leaps.
you sons of very nice ladies, make us a new NBA Jam. Get on it."
I think they have the rights, maybe. I don't know.
I would like to see and this is just pie in the sky dreaming, and Nintendo release a new Punch Out.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't had one since the Wii, and it was good.
And with the Switch, you get those Joy-Cons, they've got the motion shit in them. They don't got the motion shit?
They do, but no. No.
You don't want that?
No. Motion can suck my ass. I'm anti-motion controls.
Yeah. I think it's a gimmick. I didn't like it on the Wii when it first showed up with Wii Tennis, and never liked it.
Okay. I will say that Wii Sports was excellent. Games that are designed to be like that, okay, I can play them if I want to, not if I don't. But don't put waggle controls in every damn game.
Waggle wand. I love that term.
How about in the Mario Kart for the Wii, where the actual controller you actually?
I didn't care for it. I always use just the controller because
They're old school.
I play video games and I want to sit on my fat ass and play video games. I don't want to be waggling. I don't want to be driving a truck. I don't want to be trying to hit a baseball. Wii bowling is the titties. It's a fantastic game. I mean, it's fun. Wii bowling is still fun. The baseball's fun. The tennis is fun. But the Twilight Princess, the Zelda game where they wanted me to waggle that thing, can suck it.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. So,
But how about Wii bowling? There's a Wii bowling league at Jenny's, where her grandma is at the independent living home. They have a Wii.
Damn
bowling
right,
league.
and it should be because it's fun.
There's a big instruction manual with pictures and big print.
Cute. I like that.
You need help, call your grandson who's 5. He'll fix it for you.
Well, my friends, looks like it's starting to be around that time. When it comes to discussing hopes and dreams, especially about something as big as E3, the time really does fly. I didn't realize just how much we covered in about an hour. So, wow. Good job, you guys, keeping the conversation going and having all these good ideas for what we hope to see and what might be seeing in E3. Yeah, it's going to be here soon, and I won't be tuning in, but I'll be catching the highlights once it's all over and done with, and I'm sure we'll have lots to discuss afterwards.
I think that's what adults do.
Yeah. Unless you actually are able to go to E3.
Now,
that would be cool.
If I'm around, like it's like noon Pacific, so that'd be 2:00 here.
Yeah.
If I'm around, I'll probably watch it.
Okay. Well,
because I'm an idiot. But anyways, if
Turf,
you
I'm handing the floor to you.
and you watch man children talk about video games, if you enjoy that, check us out on our podcast. You can download us anywhere we go, or download us on anywhere you can download podcasts: iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Spotify. You name it, we're there.
Yeah,
iHeartRadio, tuned in. Yeah, go ahead and download us. Take us on the go with you. That's where the goal of this podcast is. If you happen to stumble across this, we're also on YouTube. You can watch us. You can see our beautiful mugs while we talk about this. And we're also live every Thursday night. You can tune in on YouTube and you can join us in the chat like several have. So be sure to do that. Check us out. Say what's up. If you want to interact with us, we love to hear from y'all on Twitter at OPB Podcast, Facebook.com/OPB Podcast, Instagram at OPB Podcast. I love to hear from y'all. Love the feedback. Keep it coming. And I do my best to get back with everybody. So y'all just hit me up. You'll hear back from somebody. Probably me.
Probably Turf. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. But most importantly, Charles and Turf for having a discussion this evening about all things E3. Anything else to add? Because I got nothing.
That's all I got. Y'all have a good night. Thank you
Yes.
so much. And
Thank you so much.
there's some deuces.
See you later.
See you later.